The indications now are $26 to $27. To give you an idea of what that means, instead of raising at the midpoint $610 million, looks like they may.
All right, Bob, we're going to cut you off right there because Peloton just opened for trading at the Nasdaq. It's first trades.
Not sure Bertha can hear us, but it did open at $27. It is trading now just a bit lower than that at 26 and 50 cents or so. Bertha, took a while to get this one open, but here it is.
It did take a while to get open, and normally you wouldn't hear cheering this loud when the stock opens lower, but in some ways it's a win because we had seen some indications that were around the $24 range. It would have been about a 17% decline. So to open a little more, around 10% to the downside is actually a win on a day like today, especially as we're seeing a tape in the red overall. So the company fairly, I'd imagine, pleased on that, and they did raise $1.1 billion after pricing at $29 a share. Nonetheless, the debut coming in below that price. Back over to you guys.
All right, Bertha, thank you very much. We'll keep our eye on Peloton, even as Dow Jones now has some wire headlines. Bob Pisani on Endeavor cutting the IPO to 15 million shares. Cutting the expected range to 26 to 27, something we were talking about in the last hour.
Yeah, and just to give you an indication, as I mentioned before, Carl, instead of raising at the midpoint $610 million, it looks like they're going to raise roughly $400 million. So that's about a 1/3 reduction in the amount that they were raising. And again, you can argue part of this is a pushback about where the overall market should be. It may not be so much about Endeavor, maybe a little bit, but a lot of this is a clear trend now, pushing back against higher valuations, pushing back against path to profitability, although this is a company that is profitable. I want to note that Endeavor is a profitable company overall. But we're definitely in a more questioning part of the IPO cycle right now. Carl?
All right. Can we call this within the range of the reasonable, Henry?
It's totally reasonable.
Now, yeah.
I mean, again, if you bought it last night, that's a bummer. But if you believe in the company, you actually have an opportunity to buy it at a cheaper price this morning and fill out your position. So looks very successful to me.